Hold on. Hello and welcome, everybody, to Blizzard Buzz Episode 5. As always, I am your host, Ara, with my darling co-host, Kayla, and
It's
our
me.
special guest this week, Gwen, GM of QCC.
Oh,
It's good to have you back on the show. I almost wonder, do we call this when we have Gwen on? Do we still want to call it Blizzard Buzz, or do we want to make this Quebec Buzz?
I mean, we've got to stick with the branding. So.
That's true. Yeah, Flirta Buzz. We'll put it up in the background.
I mean, if we said Quebec Buzz, it'd be like QCC or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, on today's episode, we will be talking about the upcoming S81 SHL draft, the S81 SMJHL draft, along with a bit of IIHF and possibly WJC news. So, take us away, Caliph. What have you got on the SHL prep?
I know we're in a bit of a spot because I know we're all scouts for Edmonton, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
I never claimed that I was going to for a while now. Okay.
No, it's. But I know, as well as the fact that all of us do plenty of scouting in the Jays as well. I'm sure we'll all have a bit more of a fruitful discussion on the J end. But let me grab my scouting notes for a second here, because there are a few people that I think are people to watch in season 81, and of course, if there's anything to learn from our recently departed rival GM Southpaw, good friend of all of ours, I know. He's very good at motivating people that you wouldn't expect great things of. So I'm pretty sure we'll wind up seeing something like that as well. Especially in the SHL, given how much you have to invest in players. Let me see now. Now in that's the draft picks. Where are you? Oh shoot! I deleted my old one. Just a second. I'll get it right up. Any word from Wally? Yes, the usual. Nothing. Let me just scroll up to find it. Usually I keep all of our scouting sheets saved. I'm sorry, guys.
It is A-okay. Looks like Gwen's to the rescue.
Oh, did you pull it up for us? Thank you.
Yeah, because you didn't post it on the channel.
I think I threw it in the scouting channel, didn't I?
No.
Or did I forget? I'm a failure of a GM, so a GM disaster, if you will.
If you did, you didn't post it or pin it.
Oh, where did you post it? Or is it?
It's scouting channel.
Oh, I'm really smart. I was the correct person to be put in charge of a team.
Totally were.
Oh, and you even pinned it too. Thank you. You're a gem.
I've been doing the same, so.
All right, so I know we went through, and there were a few people. The way that I tend to do it is I'll look at all of our stuff from the last season, like when I do scouting in the Jays, and then usually part way through the season, maybe like just before playoffs, I'll start chatting up players again just to see like, hey, how's it been? And it is. I know I'm constantly getting told by HIF like, hey, don't copy it over, but it is surprising how consistent a lot of people are. In the case of St. Louis especially, we've got some really good scouts there. The read that they tend to get on people tends to stay good. let me see. I know Zoram Kalfani is going to be. He's just going to be great. That 15 million or nearly 16 million now, and that's 16 million after he's done all of his training as well. At least I think he has. I'm pretty sure. I think I would have noted it down if he didn't. He's going to be quite an intimidating center for whoever picks him up. Coming to the end of the season, knocking on the door of 370 TPE. That's pretty good, right? Like that's right up there with ST Core. Hitlock. Honestly, when I scouted Hitlock before, I expected significantly more. I think they just sort of fell off the game, which sucks, but it does happen. Grok is deceptive. And you know what? If people watch the show, then fantastic. They get a little benefit from us. If you talk to Grok is really nice. Very high earning. He loves to chat. He likes to help others. He would be fantastic in the locker room.
So
that said, he's going for a very specialized build, and he doesn't want to go too far.
So the reason why he's doing the build that he is because he's just burning what's left of his bank.
Yeah.
So he's only going to be building to be the bottom line, the third line center, and to just hold that, and that's fine. He's kind of done at this point.
I think the funniest thing with him, though, is, and I chatted with him, was he's ruthlessly optimized his like third line build as well. He's like, oh, I'm going to be a fill, but like I'm going to be the most optimized fill that it's possible to be. I'd figure if you have that kind of energy, you just throw it back into playing the game. But
well, there's a lot of energy that can be taken into building your bank account and whatnot. So, yeah. Especially when Grok focuses on the development side, it can be difficult to be like, yeah, I can max one.
Yeah, I know. With Hedekish, when we did our initial scouting, actually, I think we had Hedekish at like a B or a C. He seemed pretty apathetic. Like he was interested, he was going to try, but like he wasn't going to try that much. But now I see him come to the end, and he's at 356 TPE with. Admittedly, the bank isn't insane, but I mean, shit, I entered the SHL with what, like 2.5 million in my bank, like nothing. So, that enthusiasm can really bring it home for you. And of course, we all share a locker room with BV.
Hadax is also really active in the rookie server Discord as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it shows through in there as well.
Yeah, I know. I know. I chatted around with some people about that. I just really dislike being a spy in those ones. It's very annoying. But whatever. I've got Hif in there, and I've got Cake in there. Of course, you're in there. So let me see. Who do I call out as well? Because there's one person I've been DMing for days, and they haven't responded to me once. But yeah, BB's fantastic. Just lights up every locker room that they're in. A fantastic, really, really nice person. Honestly, I feel completely okay with sharing this. We had Hif and I had our conversation of, hey, do we want to use our 4th overall to draft a goalie? Which is insane. As we all know, goalies aren't people. They are tools to be exploited for profit.
Jesus.
However, BV is just that epic of a person. Like, you just want them on your team. That 362 TPE could be like 150, and I would still want BV on the team just because of how fantastic they are.
I mean, there is a slogan around the league anyway that 155 TPE is enough for a goalie. So
yeah. Well, I remember what was it Evok who went 4-0 in playoffs, and then Ramen came on for the next week and just roasted the fuck out of us because we're like, look guys, we're doing so well, Evok is doing amazing, just got shutouts, and Robin's like, oh yeah, you're succeeding in the preseason, are you? that doesn't count for much.
No, I always knew that anyway. It's a sort of like IIHF curse anyway.
Oh, so you just allowed me to have my my oblivious happiness, just to be nice. Thanks.
No, it's just really funny watching you have like some preconceived notion that's entirely incorrect and have someone else correct it for you.
Oh, well,
Tear you down from your high horse.
I mean, I'm never going to stop doing the whole, like we get a single win, we're gods. The universe crumbles before us. We're going to live forever. We're perfect.
That's the third 2-2 in the season.
Yeah. We have like a 50% win ratio. We're gods. We're unstoppable. Optimus, I think there's no note, so I know I didn't do it. I think HIF is the one who meta/team needs. I'm trying to read the notes and figure out who writes notes like that, because I know it's not Egg, because Egg never scouts unless I like threaten him with a whip, and even then he'll just ask me for one. Yeah, I know I scouted Smelly. Smelly's got a really good bank account, and honestly 258 is still pretty solid. 271 applied 258. They're gonna go places for sure.
Yeah.
Probably not to us, because we've got a lot of right-wing people. Right-wing people. Yes, of course. Yeah, we collect them like they're going out of style. But I know Edmonton's not really in the place we're going to be able to take him, but no, we don't. Gwen, you can't just DM me that in the middle of chats. I'll
can replay later.
Yeah. Come on, I want to talk about the draft, not give the whole game away. But utterly contextless, no. As much as I want to, no. Rookie was also somebody that I looked at. 361 with 11 million is still really good, and they're really chatty. I've heard some talk that they're not going to wind up going really high, and honestly, that's a shame. Rookie would be absolutely fantastic. Like I know Minnie's got a really early pick. That would. I don't know their team dynamic very well, right? Because I don't really know anybody on Minnie, but I'm not in their locker room. But I remember when I chatted with them, Rookie was just so nice.
Oh, Rookie is incredible.
Also, one of the super active ones in the Rookie Discord too.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, media.
I think Rookie was the one that I was shit posting with a few times that I showed up and chatted before I got silenced.
Plus, the media they've been putting out has been fairly good too.
Oh, for sure. I'm almost wondering if I want to be like, hey, poke, do you want to do a collaborative piece? Honestly, those are all the people that I'm excited about in the upcoming draft. Right, those are the ones that I think are the big standouts. And honestly, I'm probably a terrible person to be looking for that right now, because I'm largely going for personality over roster, since Edmonton's roster is pretty much finished.
And before I walk to free agency.
No. Stay. I need all of you. And also, if you make me recalculate all of the budget for the next 5 seasons again, I'm going to just. There's a brand new bridge in my city.
Jeez. Oh, good God! You better not.
No, I have to go to veterinary college in New Zealand and say hi to Cake.
Go spend some time with Cake and Shira.
Yeah.
True. Even though that's an entire continent across from me anyway.
It's totally worth it. It's fine.
I don't really have too much more to say about season 81.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not.
I skipped it.
Yeah.
In QCC.
I'm not particularly impressed with the crop that we have coming up for us. That said, there's always room for surprises, and also none of us are the most active. Well, I shouldn't say none of us. I know QCC has its roster, and so does Edmonton. Hello, Coach EM. How about you tell us about what things are like in your team?
You mean in sunny San Diego? Nah.
Okay, pay attention.
I'd
say Jimmy, but I know he doesn't watch this.
Admittedly, right now, things have been a tad slow, and I've been letting Corey and Fish and Schwartz handle a bit of the scouting for season 82. But once my other projects are done this week, I will be turning my attention to that. But right now, I believe we've got a couple of first-round picks, and we're actively looking through some of the rookies for season 82. But if I'm being honest,
I'm so disappointed in you. This is not the scout that I bullied you into being.
Oh, bless your heart, Caleb.
Yeah, bless you.
But anyways, I was saying, the problem is we've been really spoiled these last, I would say, 2 to 3 drafts, especially season 79 and season 80, where we got very high quality picks and several picks that have turned into power users. And quit snickering. And again, I'm not just referring to San Diego. I'm talking about on the whole. I'm just gonna say it. I think S82 and S81 have been fairly weak classes in comparison to their predecessors. It's not to say the users are bad. It's like taking a filet mignon and comparing it to fast food, I guess.
Oh, that's even nastier than me. I think there's a few people that are shining in the season. Not admittedly. If you look at our drafting sheets, we don't have any S tiers so far this season.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still some high A's.
I mean, there is, but it's
Lucy
just
is coming back.
I think the problem comes more not necessarily by virtue of who's on the draft, but there's in season 81 and perhaps soon into season 82 with the pace that's going, there's not as many people.
Yeah. I should clarify what I was saying. It's not to do with quality. It's just the number of people and the number of very
Quality's
high
consistent. It's just less.
She's lying to you. It is about quality. All of you suck.
Hey,
I know I suck. I missed one PT. I'm a bust.
I know it's terrible. For shame. Hey, listen. I think Ara's beating both of us in PT earned right now, though. I have no idea how. I don't know where I miss. I do know where I'm missing it.
I missed it because I didn't predict SFP when I was a fool and should have predicted SFP.
I was going to say, I think even I predicted SFP.
I didn't because they didn't have the TPE advantage. If the tactics were done properly, I think there were a couple teams that would have been able to beat SFP.
Well, I mean, it's not the most embarrassing mistake of the season. That honor definitely goes to Bad Wolf.
Okay.
She works with me every day. Completely forgets all of my achievements. They're gone. They mean nothing.
Totally.
I'm not mad about it.
He's like dust in the wind.
No, stop. No, you're older. You don't get to sing that song to me. I sing that song to you.
I'm young at heart.
Yeah, is that what we call it?
Oh. You're going to make me say it a third time, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I'm banking on
Bless
it.
your heart, Caleb.
Pasta the Turtle was actually really, really nice to talk to as well. I haven't updated the sheet just yet because I I was literally messaging them like half an hour ago, but they look really good as well. If people want right D, I think they're fantastic. Kate can be mad that I'm spilling all of St. Louis's secrets, but also if she wants to complain, she can come on the show.
Good luck with that. She'll
Yeah,
never
I know.
do
I know. We'll get her. We'll get her a fucking Darth Vader voice changer.
it.
Arctic as well. Amazing goalie. See, I can talk about goalies because like no one's rushing to fill their team with goalies. Probably the D-men though. There really doesn't seem to be very many of them. Those will probably become a premium again. I know actually a few seasons ago we were just talking about how, hey, look guys, we've got so many high quality defensemen that are coming through the draft. Aren't you excited? That's a premium position. We're going to see some real shook up gameplay. And now you look at this season and like almost everyone is a forward again.
Yep.
I would have to say of the rookies I should say of the S82 class I've been looking at, the ones I know offhand, Captain Cooper, great player, obviously has a long history of the league, both with Texas, as a rookie mentor and a member of the awards committee, worked with him extensively. So fingers crossed. I'm hoping that I'll get to talk with him about joining San Diego. Let's see who else here. Moosey, I've talked with them a little bit. They've seemed interesting.
Yeah.
This draft class is actually really recreate heavy.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of recreates like Fuzz. We see Sparky D. We see JPC. Those last two.
GWD.
I swear to God, I've seen Hoovian before. Are they?
There's Delirium as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like GWD Johnson.
Yeah.
Like 80% of this draft currently are recreates.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
See, that means that we don't have to feel quite so bad about being mean to them because, they already all know how to play the game.
Yep.
Probably better than we do.
Honestly, I think I've got a pretty good grasp of this.
Yeah, you really do, which is terrifying because you only joined one season earlier than I did. And I'm like, how has she learned so much so quick?
I haven't been here a year.
Oh, I know what it is. You've been taking all of the time that you should be using to practice piano and learning SHL instead.
It'd be great, but I still haven't gotten my, charger for my, not my charger, but like the power cord for my piano.
Angie. Ugh.
It's pissing me off too.
Send me the deets. I'll email it down to you, or I'll ship it down to you. There's a log in McQuaid here. I'm sure they have. I want my student back, damn it. That's what got me into all this.
Ew.
Whose Discord is pinging off? Is that?
That's probably mine. Get the info here. Yes, Kurt. I'll get to it in a freaking second.
But yeah, no, I'll honestly, like if I can talk about trades as well. I'm not sure what the situation is on the J end of things, but on the SHL side of things, holy wow, people are moving materials around like crazy. I know I've had deals set up with like 3 or 4 different people at once. I'm like, oh, I've got a backup for my backup for my backup. I'm definitely going to be able to trade my stuff this season. And then there was that super crazy 3-way trade where rather than just do team A trades to team B to team C to team A, there just wound up being this crazy spaghetti mesh one, and then all of the deals were off. And of course, you get the usual nonsense where everyone is jockeying around, first overall to 4th overall. I know Ace is sitting pretty on 5th overall, desperately hoping that none of his competitors manage to snipe the other ones out of his reach. I don't know. With any luck of it, I don't want to be in a bidding war. I just want to sell my stuff and leave.
Yeah,
that's going to be fun to do, is keep track of all the frickin' trades when running sheets during the draft this week.
Yeah, I don't envy you for that. I'm very sorry.
That's okay. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing the draft work, but it's like, at times, can y'all stop having
No.
so many trades?
No,
I
you
mean,
don't
if it
understand.
helps, the J hasn't been having too much personally.
It's not fake. This isn't fake hockey league. This is real.
It's
You
real
think this is
life.
a game?
Real
It's real life. You die in the game, you die in real life.
Oh my god.
People die when they are killed.
Oh my god, I need to. Oh, that might be my next song. I'm gonna learn the Fate Stay Night.
Yeah. Oh, good God.
Do like a weird little saxophone break right in the middle for the drop.
Oh god.
People die when they are killed.
If
Wow,
y'all
wow.
haven't realized, we're all weebs here.
I am. QCC is currently coping this season because we don't have extra assets this season.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you win back to back.
Yeah, we're at 16th for our first pick, and then we're at 32 for our second one.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that has me worried because we need to replace like 5 players, and there are 37 people in this draft currently.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah, we get one person.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the nice thing is, your next picks are going to be valuable.
I don't know about that one, Chief. We our first cup in season 79 had a very similar roster to what we have currently.
Well,
so we're gonna see if we can try to troll the league and win again.
I mean, that would be hilarious. If Ramen does that, I don't even know what to say. Like, if you and him somehow pull off a 3-for-3, how long has it been even in the league since anyone has done that? I mean, this is when I wish we had Popel here, because he's the historian.
For back-to-backs in the J, the last time it's happened, I think, was 20 seasons ago.
No, the back-to-back.
Oh, I'm giving you a perspective with back-to-back. I don't know the triple.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Where is because it should be in the historian's office. Where are you? I used to work for the historians, but I was like, you know what? I got the offer to head up my own the All-Star, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. And Egg looked me dead in my soul and said, I'm finally free. And I said, oh no.
Yeah. I mean, we've got 2 of us now that have our own little thieves in the SHL. You've got All-Star, I've got Deep Dives.
Oh, I've got it right here. It was the last time it happened was seasons 62 to 64. It was Newfoundland Berserkers back to back to back. That's insane.
So 3?
Yep. 3 wins in a row. And then before that, you want to know what it was?
What?
It was the fucking Scarecrows.
Yep.
Season 44, 45, and 46. This does not happen very often. Oh, and the Knights did it too. 40, 41, 42. I guess the rules were changing as well. Maybe the system was different back then. God, it's crazy to see how old the Scarecrows are as a team. Prince George Firebirds. That's a team that's not around anymore. Sorry, I'm ADHD.
Yep.
But yeah, all told, I'm okay with the crop that we've got coming up to us. Not every season can be a season 79. I remember when we were scouting for your season, Ara, we were looking at that going, this is ridiculous. Like, this is just unfair. Like, half of these players are going to become juggernauts in the league. And they basically all have. I know for us in Quebec, we're still sort of ripping our hair out that we can only get 4 players.
Yeah.
Our season 79 core is looking ridiculous.
And the fact is, we're bringing in more season 79 next season too. Like,
calling them up like, hey.
Crazy. Be like, it's your turn in the line. Come on.
Oh yeah, shoot! I meant to ask the two of you about that. This is technically SHL related. Signatures. How do I do?
What do you mean?
Because I feel like I should have one of them. Well, I mean, I should have one that isn't, like a role play of me knocking something over and
I'll be
entirely
entirely
honest from cake.
Mine, before Imgur crapped out, I had one that was made for me using GIMP, about not that kind of GIMP, but the program.
It's a family show.
It's an image program, people.
Bless your heart.
Hey, you're not Southern boy. But anyways.
I know. It's a better class of person,
Good God, Caleb.
Here I stand, a god amongst 2 Americans.
So, fun fact, I do signatures.
Oh! All right, yeah. So anyone else?
Well, in your case...
I'm kidding. I've seen your signatures. I know they're amazing.
In your case, you rat bastard. You can use... you could probably get Gwen or one of the folks in the SigWorks to do it for you. On my end, as said, I've had people make both of mine, since I do not have any talent with graphics. So
I know that one that was it V-Rain or was it Mateo? I think it was V-Rain who just cut. Yeah, yes, because he's Spaceman Spiff. His recent one is phenomenal. Like, that one looks so good. Gwen, I want to ask you, but I know you're busy as hell, and I don't want to interrupt you in your university studies. You're doing really difficult stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't call it difficult, but sure.
Yeah, but you've got a lot on your plate right now.
Sure.
I mean, I'll do it if that's you saying that I can. But...
So, if you have patience, I'll get to it eventually.
Okay.
But if you actually want one in time that's not 3 months down the line, I personally recommend reaching out to I can't say his name right.
Sulavida?
Sulavilan. He's one of my favorite graphics people.
Awesome.
And he might do it.
Thank you. I'll reach out to them, and I might also give it a go myself. Not to make something of quality, but just to make something that is memorable.
Sure.
Maybe I'll I'll mess around with a piece of Braum fan art.
I keep forgetting Braum.
I mean, the thing I'm most worried about is when someone makes my card, they'll use the Braum model, which looks like shit, instead of using like fan art. Which, listen, I mean, look at the icon that I'm using in stream. He's so cute. I love him.
You can always just ask to be like, hey, can you use the fan art and not the actual model?
Yes.
That's the thing that exists. You can ask and be like, yeah, I'll compensate or whatever for it.
Okay, I should do that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I have so many questions to ask. I'm like an actual grown-up SHL player now, and it's scary. The Jays were soft and quiet and warm. Nothing ever happened there. Right? It was a simple existence. We just did the very best that we could. Every once in a while,
the simple existence was getting beat by Maine.
Yeah. Yeah, my existence back then was like, we play the regular season, we do reasonably well, we chill out, and Popel and I bitch about scripture every 10 days or so. Randomly I find out that look at that, my player, like, I don't know if he broke a record or if he just came close to it. There was that one season where he did insane numbers of takeaways, and then he never did that well ever again.
Real.
Yeah, and then we go to the playoffs, and we either have the best upset in recent history,
Shut up.
we get fucking destroyed by Maine. I will say that fan art, like, or the fan edit of The Simpsons "Do It for Her" for the Nevada Battleborn is really cute. I know BV posted it. I looked at that. I just smiled. There's so much cute goats on that.
Mm-hmm.
Ara,
Yes.
you have been a quiet one
Oh,
to contribute. I am merely the co-host. Speak, lest I claim the mantle for myself.
Well, here's the thing. You can't, given I actually control the software in the studio for it. So
Yeah, but I'm insane and delusional.
he has delusions of grandeur, everybody.
So, fun fact, I actually know how to set up a recording software.
Really?
Yes.
I know.
I ran a YouTube channel for a while.
I'm currently working on doing it right now. It's just, well, technically I do with this, but right now it's mostly just, as said, SHL related crap. So, yeah. But I do know how to use OBS in that. So, anyways, Caliph, are you going to behave or should I put you back in the box? I think we
That's a lot of
broke him.
silence. Yeah, I think he's dead. What the fuck?
Hi guys, I had my mic on mute. Sorry, I was talking into it for like a good 30 seconds there. Ara, please, I'm never going to behave. That's not what I'm drafted for. It's not what I get hired for.
But in all seriousness, where were we? SIGs, I believe. More or less, my philosophy is I know I suck at making graphics, so I just tend to find one of the folks that knows what they're doing, be it Gwen, be it NJ Bad Apple, or Vrain, and just commission them and we'll pay
I
decently.
didn't know NJ did it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, actually, he made the Royson signature I had.
Oh,
I don't know where it's at right now, so given I just got a new computer, so I'll have to find it. But yeah, he did a great job with it.
I can change that.
Yeah. Actually, if you ever have time, I might commission you to do one, if you don't mind.
all of our listeners, go commission Gwen immediately.
Do not.
She doesn't have enough money and she needs more.
Back in the box you go.
Me and my $110 million are fine.
Actually, speaking of which, Ara, I know that you're closing in fast on that as well. Where are you at right now, anyway?
I am at $83 million. Give me 1 second to check here. Sorry, I'm alt-tabbing between like 5 different things right now.
That
To be
really
honest,
is the
I
SHL
hit
experience.
I hit the 100 mil and was like, okay, I'm done. I don't need this anymore.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are doing the EVOC.
See,
has anyone become an SHL billionaire?
Yes.
There's got to be at least somebody.
Luke.
See, I will be at 85, almost 85, 86 million should be by this weekend. And that's before we include the job pay from all of my jobs from last season.
Oh yeah, shit! I haven't been paid yet. I forgot about all the job pay. Not the pay that I have to send out. All of that is fine.
Yeah. Oh, are you lagging behind, Caleb?
I'm not lagging behind. No,
you are being a slacker. See, I got my team paid 4 days ago.
I know when I did. Oh yeah, well you are the PT bot reminder.
Oh, and speaking of Caliph, this is your reminder to do your goddamn GM task.
Are they open? Are they open yet? Excuse me, Miss Robot. Are they available to be done yet?
They are not at this time, if memory serves.
HO is bullshit. Send me a better robot.
Go fuck yourself, sir.
Aw, I
Hey,
expected
robot, can you be friends?
Sorry?
Sure, we can be friends.
We could be friends. Oh, look at that. Siri is listening to me.
Error, back in the box.
All right, so I have the option to say anything I want to this. Totally not a listening device.
So anyway, back up to the SHL.
Yeah, so anyway, back into the SHL.
Where were we? We just finished discussing SIGs.
Hang on. I've got a thing. All right, so very important. We have to do it every single episode.
Is this what I think it is?
It is, yes. My playthrough of Fallout New Vegas has been just the best. If you haven't
How did we
played
get here?
modded hardcore, I highly recommend it.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Thank you very much.
Degenerates like you
I will say
belong
there
on
is
a
one
cross.
thing that made me go, "Oh, that's actually really." It was worse than I thought it was. Everything else is actually better. Joshua Graham is actually way less hype than I gave him credit for as a kid. Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's got some really cold lines, but like I wish there was more of him in his DLC. I really, really do.
I know it was.
I know there's mods that expand his role, but like I don't care about the white legs, man. I tried to. I don't care. I care about what they did to Joshua.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Just shut up.
God.
But we can't expect God to do all the work.
Yeah, I know the modders are doing the best they can, Joshua. I know. I will say though, his gun is just unbelievable. Like it's so overpowered.
Oh yeah.
Light shining in the darkness. I remembered that it was strong. I forgot how ludicrously busted it was. And the fact that you can just sneak that stuff into any casino as well. Just there's quests on the strip.
Oh, yeah.
No, there isn't.
No, see, I would say light shining in the darkness became my go-to sidearm during my playthroughs of New Vegas, just because of how strong it is.
Mhm.
Like, actually, it almost became a primary weapon for me.
I know it hits harder. Like its DPS is significantly higher than my actual primaries.
Yeah.
But, I really like that sniper rifle.
The game was rigged from the start.
Sorry. Anyways.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
All right. Anyway, will that do for a Fallout New Vegas diversion?
Yes, I think
Okay.
that was good for a Fallout New Vegas digression.
All right, I cut you off on something. Were we talking SIGs or were we going back to the SHL?
We were doing something on SHL.
Okay. Let me see. Well, I mean, the two of you have been such wonderful scouts this season, so I know. Sorry, I heard the click. I'm like, oh, back in the box. Siri, go away. Okay. Stop listening to me.
Hi, NSA.
How you doing? But yeah, I know we can expect some very, very interesting things out of a couple teams. Because like if you look at where the picks are distributed right now, more so in season 81 than in a lot of other places, it is very, very uneven. Mm-hmm. Like you look at teams like Hamilton and like Baltimore. Hamilton has not as many firsts, but between their firsts and their seconds, they're going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to go for 5 people. Baltimore has 3 firsts and 2 seconds. They're also going to look to pick up 5. And of course, these are getting traded. constantly. I have no idea what Toronto is going to do with that Buffalo 4th round pick. I'm not sure what is going on with Toronto. Really, that's the sentence. It's finished. Toronto is just such a wild card right now that I don't really understand it. There's Minnesota, who has, they of course acquired the SFP first. They've got the mini first, and they've got the Atlanta first. There's going to be a lot of jostling and fighting, and I think because the picks are so slim, that's probably why we're getting so much for our 4th overall.
It works.
But yeah, it's between Baltimore, Hamilton, and Minnesota. Yeah, we're going to see some very, very interesting draft choices. Toronto, I'm not sure. I know they've got the Buffalo first, and they've got the Calgary second. That's worth something. That SFP second, I don't know if they're actually going to be able to get anything for it before everyone runs out. And then there's Philadelphia. They don't trade. It's always funny looking at all the rest of us in our crazy kaleidoscope of colors, and then you go down to Philadelphia, there's no trades.
They, fair, honestly. It works out for them because they compete really well a lot of times.
Oh, they do. Yeah. They're, yeah. Let me see. I know we usually spin it out to the hour, but that's pretty much all the material that I've got to talk about that's actually SHL related. And we already talked about jobs and New Vegas. We might have gone off too early on the New Vegas.
So I'm going to New York, Vegas.
I mean,
she falls on my out till I New Vegas.
Yeah.
we could always shoot the bull on that. I mean,
Oh yeah, speaking of shooting the bull, hang on, I've got a gift that I need to send the two of you immediately. Where are you?
how do we say our wildest predictions for the coming season?
Oh, what with where we're ending up?
Yeah, and where we think our respective teams are going to go, or what we're looking for.
Do I get to represent St. Louis?
You can represent St. Louis and Edmonton.
This is why you should be here, Cake. Because otherwise I get to speak for the team.
So which season are you referring to? Because the season really depends for QCC.
Let's start with season 82 and run through season 85. If that's fine with y'all.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So season 82, I predict that QCC loses to San Diego title.
Okay.
It's just an issue of leadership,
As much as I would love to see that happen, I think we can all agree that is not going to happen.
So the reality is for season 82, we should win, but we are still competing. We're still competitive this coming season because we lose 5 and we can bring in 2 or 3 solid new players throughout the season. I mean, that's what happened for our 79 win, because we drafted a bunch of defensemen and then just absolutely had them all outperform. And if we can have something similar repeat, we could push for the cup. The season after that, fucked, gone, no chance. We're going down because we lose most of our core again. We lose what's left of our core. And once we hit season 84 and then 85, we should be back to our competing season again.
Good God.
What?
Oh, nothing. Sorry, I was looking at something unrelated. San Diego wise, right now my goal is we consolidate our gains over the last few seasons. I'll admit, going from 16 or 15 in season 78 and season 79 up to 10th overall this past season has been something I've been very proud of. But for this next season, season 82, I would love to see us end up inching up 2 more places and hopefully make it to the 3rd round of the playoffs. And to that end, talking with Corey, we're going to see if we can try change up lines a little bit, rework some of our players' builds, and just do an in-depth analysis. What worked, what didn't, what we need to change, yada yada. Admittedly, the thing that's going to hit us hard at the end of this season going into next is we will be losing some of our 79 player or season 79 players, namely Schwartz, myself, what's his name? TBFAW or TBFWA, one of the two. And that's going to leave a major hole in the team. So right now, working with Corey and some of our other staff to see what we need to do to fill that hole and see which players will end up filling our needs there. Both in the class, both in our prior draft classes and in the coming 2. So, but that said, the main goal is
You're a fair ways off your mic there, Ara.
Okay, sorry. What I was saying was essentially the. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you like that.
Okay. Sorry, my computer was acting up. Anyways, essentially what I was saying was my main goal for these next 3 seasons are hopefully to make it to the 3rd round of the playoff, get us in the top 8 overall, and find a couple of good quality rookies to fill in the gaps both now and that will be opening up when our season 79 vets end up moving up to the SHL.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's about it right now for me. And y'all don't have anything else at the moment?
I can talk a bit about St. Louis.
Sure.
I won't actually screw over Cake and talk about a bunch of nonsense.
You should.
But basically, the Antichrist has come to settle in the gates of St. Louis. The scarecrows shall rule, and the earth shall quiver beneath them. They shall ask for quarter, but none shall be given. Honestly, we've actually got some pretty good people. The STL pipeline is beginning. We have the best people. Who like Jambon, Furwicks, spectacular. I know it would have been there was no room on the roster whatsoever for them in Edmonton, but the fact that I was almost psychopathic and like, come on, we can fit them on, we can get them in there, come on, we can. Thankfully, I had people in our war room knocking my hands away from the controls, going, absolutely not, stop. Jean is fantastic, though. Just a really good locker room presence. Are they earning as much? No. However, they more than make up for it. Jean's fantastic. We've got Theo. Theo's pretty quiet, but they do the best they can to learn. And for the tiny little bit of time that we had them for, same with Dakota. They were both really nice. And then, of course, we've got Jimbo and Toe Jam and Kagan to a lesser extent, but like those two are just absolutely massive. I know. Oh no, I can't say that. That's a spoiler. Jimbo did really well this season. Super proud of them. Yeah, Jimbo is just killing it, and of course, Toe Jam. The guy's he's toe jam. He's on our team. he's great. Honestly, the two of them together on right wing and left defense, respectively, they're both just absolutely crushing it. I can see them very easily forming the beginnings of a core for them going forward. Though, again, I'm not well versed in doing stuff in the Jays. Everything seems to pass so quickly that sounds exhausting. Like investing in players sounds both not particularly rewarding and that it goes away very, very quickly. Though maybe the two of you can comment more on that than I can. I just find the talent. I don't cultivate it.
Cultivating the talent, at least within QCC, isn't too bad. Simply because we do have there's like something called a TP bot, but a lot of people tend to ignore it or mute it because it happens last minute. So part of what we do is we end up pinging people, being like, "Hey, you can remember to do things," but also just having a friendly, active Discord with our alumni goes a long way, because it means that there's always something for our rookies to come into and chat with and have the community to engage with in a way that really builds up a community, from what I've seen. And honestly, talking all the time helps too. Making sure that they're just enjoying their time is all you need to do, because they'll find the time to involve into the SHL if they enjoy it.
Yeah, looking back on it, I'm actually quite glad that I didn't pick up the CO position with the Scarecrows. My brain's not built for doing things in the short term like that, and building teams up season over season over season, trying to get cores going. That sounds incredibly nasty, especially just when you look at seasons like this and rookie groups like this. Yeah, I don't envy people in the J, because you basically have to just do the best you can with what's offered up right now. But I wish the both of you luck with regards to that. I just get to scout, thankfully. I don't have to make drafting decisions in the Jays.
Yeah.
Cake, good luck to you as well. You know, like I said, I'd say good luck to Jimmy, but I know he doesn't listen to these.
Oof.
I really hope that he does listen to these, and I see him in the comments like, "Fuck you, Caliph."
So given we're in our last 2 minutes, y'all have any crazy off the wall things you want to say before we round the podcast out, or y'all good?
I can't wait to win a third cup just to troll the league.
Yeah, just utterly annihilate everyone's TPE for guessing. Let me see. Bad takes. Do we have? Yeah, we've got 90 seconds. Let's do some bad takes. What the hell? What were we building? What was the insane shit that we were talking about when we were building our teams for Quebec, Gwen? Was it all agitate? Was it all goons, or was it all enforcers?
So we're definitely putting all goons on our D-man line. I don't want
Our first 3 lines of forwards are all shadows. And then our 4th line, which actually is the highest ice time, they're all Gretzky's office.
He will never play.
Yeah, passing 0. Shooting also 0. The goal is you get a defender and you basically torpedo them into the goalie until there's nothing in the net, and then you just carry it forward with your Gretzky's office line.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page here.
What was the one where we're like, oh, we'll run defensive forwards and offensive D-men, and I'm like, this is just football.
Yeah.
We're just playing college football in the SHL. Who needs to join the football league? Come play for Quebec.
Bless.
The greatest tactical minds in the league.
Quebec goes to the Super Bowl.
It's okay. We'll teach you enough tactics to realize how tremendously stupid that is. All right. Oh, we're out of time. Bye, everybody. We love you. It's Bloom Quebec Plus.
Blizzard does.
With me, your
Well,
host,
good night,
Caliph,
y'all.
and my lovely co-host, Gwen.
Into the box you go. Anyways,
And then Ara is also here.
fuck you. Bless your heart, Caleb.
Bless
Anyways,
your heart, too.
I am going to put you in the gut.
I learned from all of the people around me to their detriment.
Anyways, y'all have a wonderful night. Gwen, thank you for joining us. Thank you, my darling co-host.
The box cannot contain my power.